Here we have, coming off the rejoice exhortation. Here we have, let your gentleness be known to everyone. The Lord is near. Interesting to say the Lord is near after a call to gentleness. I wonder if that's free association. Is it gentle Jesus that he has in mind, or is it you better be gentle or things are going to go harshly with you? The Lord is near. It's not quite clear. Different commentators have kind of put those two together differently, but it's worth sitting with as a question. As people who are now pretty acquainted with Paul and Philippians, it's worth sitting with and asking yourself, do not worry about anything. What might they be worried about? Well, they do have people beating on them from the outside, flips us in chapter 1. And they do have some people who are troubling them with their teaching in chapter 3, sort of suffering the confusion. And they do have these two women who are at odds. And way back in chapter 2, you remember we've got the Christ hymn in chapter 2, and then immediately after it comes, therefore work out your own salvation in fear and trembling, for it is God who is at work in you, both to will and to do God's good pleasure. But the next verse talks about the grumbling and complaining, that if they stop the grumbling and complaining, they'll shine like lights in the dark sky, right? Which means some people in Philippi are sort of in the grumpy place, and we don't know exactly what that's referring to as a cause, but we know there's stuff going on in Philippi, from outside, from inside, on ideas, in relationships. There's stuff going on, and in that context, Paul says, you know what? Don't worry, be happy, right? Don't worry, but pray. Let your prayers be known to God. So again, context matters here. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds in Christ Jesus. So both the rejoice in the Lord always and this one come in the context of the suffering that's in Philippi.